So OnlyFans is a career that you can retire from? Child, I'm in the wrong business. Do you hear me? I'm in the wrong business. Let's talk about it. A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, and my nieces and nephews, and all the y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie Advice. It's time for Auntie Advice. Oh, yeah. It's time for Auntie Advice. So you all, hi everybody. We will be talking about in this video, Shannon Sharpe Accuser announces her retirement from OnlyFans after reaching a settlement with him. Child, oh what a tangle where we weave when we choose to deceive. Hi, everybody. This is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. So, according to everybody downtown on the street, Shannon Sharpe and his accuser reached a settlement in a $50 million lawsuit. Okay? Now, here's a quote from Tony Busby. All matters have been addressed satisfactory, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice, said attorney Tony Busby. Shannon Sharpe has settled a $50 million suit that was filed against him earlier this year. Now, Tony Busby, the attorney of the woman who filed the lawsuit, confirmed, that he and Sharpe attorney lawyers have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution. Both sides acknowledged a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship, he said. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed. Sharpe attorney Lanny Davis declined to comment on the case when he was reached out for comment. So now, as you all know, back in April, Sharpe was accused of doing some things, some strange things for some change with this woman who was identified in the court document as Jane Doe. But later on, of course, the sleuths out there on the street found her identity. And honey, it was on a crack a lacking after that. Okay. Um when we found out about this case, Shannon Sharpe did a video, right? A video response, and he described this lawsuit as a shakedown in an attempt to, get some extort money out of him or whatever, allegedly. He denied all the allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of the RA, you know what, and he did not submit to what he sees as an attempt to blackmail him. He stood firm by the truth and was prepared to fight these false claims vigorously in court, according to Shannon Sharpe. Okay. And then he had announced that he was electing to step aside temporarily from his ESPN duties amid all of these allegations. Okay. In his statement to the press and to the people, honey, he said, I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false disruptive allegations against me. But honey, it looked like we went downtown to a backdoor room and we decided that we was going to pay out. I don't know if he got shook down or nothing like that. Allegedly. I don't know. You know what's going on. I don't know if he got, the shakedown or what happened, honey. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it went away, didn't it? Now I don't know whether or not he's going to be able to go back to ESPN, who is owned by Disney. I don't know any of that kind of stuff, honey. But I'm gonna tell you what really flipped my lid was that girlfriend resigned from OnlyFans and made a statement, honey, that she got some more exciting things that she's going to be doing. I guess so. She probably got the paper and the bread to do exactly what it is that she truly wanted to do. Let me see if I can bring up her statement up here for y'all real quick so we can go hit on and read that together. Today, I have decided to retire from OnlyFans. Thank you for the incredible support you've shown me over the past years. This community has given me a life I could have only imagined. I'll still be active on social media and I have several new projects in the works that I can't wait to share. I'm truly excited for this next chapter. I love you all forever and ever. Honey, let me tell you something. Girlfriend hit the jackpot, did she not? Did she not? Now, Judith Harrison, what you saying? Okay, boo. She says, now, Shannon, why didn't you just give her a couple of dollars and send her packing? She truly was a gold digger. Shannon, next women, you need to stay in your line. But let me tell you something, honey. According to some of the graphic things that I have heard that this girl has done with him, a lot of women his age, around about his age, ain't doing it. Honey, they said all kinds of shit was going on. Now, these are allegations, so I ain't go, I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. But, honey, they said that people was looking. Now, I don't know whether or not it's true or not, honey. That ain't none of my business. Because, like I told y'all, I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't hear from me. But, honey, I heard this. They was doing all kinds of stuff together. And the average woman just ain't going to do it. I know I ain't. I'm not. I ain't going back door on nobody, and ain't nobody going back door on me. Like some things, like, uh-uh. I don't care how much money he got. But girlfriend says she is retiring from OnlyFans, and I did not know that OnlyFans had a retirement system. Bitch, I didn't know they had a 401k. I didn't know it had health insurance, life insurance, and dental. I had no idea that it had a shareholders plan where you could, invest dollars and shit. Like I did not know. So, honey, when she said that she was retiring, I was like, retiring from what? Somebody gonna have to break down whether or not you can retire from OnlyFans. I think she had to get. Tanya asked, didn't she drop her case because she got a settlement? I think she did. Oh yeah, I sure do think she did. Yeah, I think she did, but I don't know. But I would suppose maybe that was her retirement plan. Now, allegedly, he had offered her, what was it, $10 million to make this thing go away. Now, just the other day, everybody was coming out on social media and was saying that Shannon Sharpe attorneys had went to the court building and that her folk didn't come. Now, that's why I don't hop on stories like right at the beginning. A lot of people hop on the story, then you got to come back and you retract it and stuff like that. I just wanted to let the dust settle on this shit, okay? So they were saying the other day that they didn't show up to court, all of that kind of stuff, right? Her people, her lawyer, Tony Busby. He quickly came out there and was like, wait a minute, hold up, okay? Okay, Phoenix Rising 72 said, so OnlyFans has a retirement plan asking for myself. I was asking for you and for myself and for the people. I was asking for the people. I was asking for the damn people. Because I didn't know, like I said, that they had health benefits and all of that kind of stuff. Like, girlfriend seriously act like she was at a job. She was doing OnlyFans. But if you got that money the wrong way because it was a setup and all of that kind of stuff, I'm gonna tell you right now, the ill-begotten gains gonna be gone quick. Nothing good ever comes out of swindling. If she was, I ain't saying she did, but if you was swindling somebody and you had a setup and a whole plan, that money gonna run through your fingers. That's just my opinion about it. Y'all let me know y'all's, because I'm just like, honey, sometimes all money ain't good money. It just ain't. And you may have thought that you got away, but you ain't get by, or even you think you got by and you ain't gonna get away. I'm telling you right now, because somebody will take that money straight out of her. That's what happened when you messing with people who you are unequally yoked with. You are old ass man and you don't want to admit that you are old ass man. You done tied and through. And you need to be dating somebody like Monique said, that's more your age, that's gonna take care of you, feed you biscuits and potatoes and sauces and all of that kind of stuff in the morning, and making sure you get a good bath at night, bitch. It ain't even worth it. I'm sure none of this was worth it to him, because here's the thing. Shannon, I think that the ratings has gone down. Hold on, let me pull that up real quick, y'all. Hold on, we got time, don't we? I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't watch Shannon's show anymore. I used to religiously watch him and Chad every night. I don't watch it. So I asked, did the ratings drop after Shannon Sharpe left? Now, wait a minute. This is the wrong one. I ain't asking about that. This is, hold on. Hold on, y'all. So I don't see anything. It's going all the way back to Undisputed, and I'm not asking it about Undisputed. Shannon said that he would be coming back right for this NFL season, and I don't know. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking. So okay, so the latest that they have on it is they say Shannon's future as a media personality is uncertain. So they said following the lawsuit, the podcaster known for his nightcap and Club Shay Shay shows announced that he and ESPN had mutually agreed to pause the working relationship until the start of the NFL preseason. And we're not sure whether or not he's going to come back or not. So I'm not sure whether or not he's going to come back or not, but I can tell you his career is forever changed. It's forever changed because I'm going to tell you, I was a nightcap watcher. I watch Shannon every night. And I don't remember the last time I watched. I'm not interested in any interviews that he's done. Um, since that incident, I haven't even been interested. And let me tell you one of the reasons why I wasn't interested, why I felt like I was walking away from it anyway. And I'm going to be very candid about my feelings about it. Y'all let me know about Charles Downtown in the comment section. When that stuff happened with the girl Michelle, as you all remember, there was an incident on Instagram where Shannon alleges that he threw his phone across the bed and it opened up Instagram, and it opened up Instagram Live, and we could hear him, having some relations with a woman named Michelle. Do y'all remember that? Put a thumbs up in the comment if you remember that. So at that time, I haven't watched a Shannon I think probably day one because I'm a football buff. I'm a football fan. Love football, right? Don't talk about it here on this channel, but I do. So the incident happened. Okay, so I see Tracy Craig remember it. Pink Love remembers it. So T remembers it. Okay. Ray Della remembers it. Phoenix Rising said we need to revisit that. Pink Love. Okay, I had you before, boo boo. I saw you. So Shannon, goes through that. So for those of you all who don't know what happened, Shannon Sharpe was in a relationship with some woman or doing the nasty with some woman by the name of Michelle. They came back to Shannon's home. Shannon threw the phone across the bed, allegedly, and could be hearing making wild passionate with somebody named Michelle. People thought that it was that they everybody was like, what the am I listening to? His assistant, I believe, who had access to his Instagram, was trying to contact him to tell him, bitch, you live. We can hear what's going on. This woman is in the back, doing what she doing, moaning, groaning, whatever, right? They finally cut the feed. Shannon apologizes for it, right? But then does a live. And this would really kind of made me start going down with him. Because he did this video afterwards where he had Snoop Dogg, different people coming on there, right? Different men. And they were glorifying it. In the meantime and in between time, everybody's trying to find Michelle. Everybody's trying to find out who this Michelle was. While he sits there with the men and get pat on the back. Now, a lot of people thought that Shannon had done this, okay? And I ain't never talked about this, but I'm going to go ahead on and talk about it. A lot of people thought that Shannon set it up because there had been accusations out there in the street about Shannon possibly playing for the other side. Whether he does or not, that's his business, right? And even if it gets out, why is he ashamed? Now, I understand that there's some people who, feel like because of certain reasons and certain things in their life, maybe their family, it doesn't make a difference. There are some people who are ashamed about their sexuality and they don't want the ridicule and all of that comes with it. Shannon, of course, as an NFL player, has to keep up this reputation. But we had started seeing Shannon with handbags. There was some, accusations that were made about Shannon, about his partner, I think his hairdresser or whoever, his stylist, bitch, somebody that he was with. But it bothered me that not only did his ads start changing, right? These men sat out there and glorified what he did. When there's another person on the other end who could possibly be humiliated by her name and her identity being released, while he sits there and gets an aha pat on the back. And I just was like, is he remorseful or not? Does he care about how this is going to affect this woman or not? And it didn't, in my opinion. And I'm looking at it from a perspective of if that was me with him and my name was released, and now all of the internet sleuths are looking for me. There was another woman, there's a second accuser, right? Um, who used to be a reporter, who interviewed Shannon Sharpe in a after a game in a locker room, and the two of them ended up having an affair. She is also has filed a lawsuit on Shannon Sharpe, right? And everybody thought, okay, that's the Michelle. No, that wasn't the same Michelle. It's pretty obvious because she's incarcerated and appears to be crazy for cuckoo puffs. But anyway, I looked at him different that night because all the remorse that he act like he had, he still was proud. And I can only speak for women because I am one, right? That's not something we want to get out. For the most part, a woman wants her privacy. She doesn't want her oohs and ahs and her groans and all that to be out there on the internet unless that's just who she is. Now, he didn't release this woman's information. From what I remember, nobody was able to find her, but still, just the embarrassment of it from her. And he was gloating in it. I mean, they was keying, they was calling all up on the, like, they was like, man, Shannon, you was getting it, man, and he just laughing and all that. And I was like, this ain't funny because there's somebody on the other end who could be really affected by it. And I'm sure who was really affected by it. But it was a good kiki in the car for his ass. And that's when I kind of started pulling away from him. There was some other comments that he had made that I thought was very controversial, and I started pulling away from him. But after this particular incident, I really pulled away because you did all of this stuff, right? You gave an opportunity to an opportunist, and then you call it a shakedown. No, you let your guard down for a 19, 20, 21-year-old little girl that you met in a gym. You made comments about the big black this and the big black that and the knick-knack and the patty rack and the big black that while being with this girl. Told her he was going to choke her out. Like, what the fuck? And the thing about it is, he's my daddy. He's my damn daddy. And he had all that shit going on. What an embarrassment I found that to be. It was so embarrassing for someone that a lot of us looked up to. A lot of people did not even know who Shannon Sharpe was. Now, I did, of course. Like I said, I've always been one of those football girls. But a lot of people didn't even know who Shannon Sharpe was until his Cat Williams interview. And I know that a lot of times we expect each other, right, in our different communities, right, to be the voice and to be an example of excellence. And I think that a lot of people saw him as, leaving. I remember when he was on the other show with, I can't think of his name right now, and they got in an argument. Like I was just totally with Shannon Sharpe. He had talked about the love of his mother, the love of his family. And, I just respected his story. And now I find very little respect for him. I find that I have very little respect for him. And I just frankly don't give a damn what he's saying over there. And it's unfortunate because I used to watch, right? Again, y'all, I watched every night it came on. And I remember there was a particular show where Ocho was late, right? And he got on him about professionalism and you show up on time and all of this stuff, right? And I thought it was right, yet I thought it was wrong, right? I thought he was just a little bit too heavy-handed with the way that he handled that situation. And then this comes around, right? And instead of him taking responsibility, they make light of it. Yeah, man, go ahead and pat on the back, pat him on the back. One of the things that I have said over here on this channel since its inception is the unbalance in how men and women are treated in certain situations. I've always said, and if you've been with me long enough, you've heard me say it. Mr. Jones can do what he want to do. Miss Jones can't. Because the one time that Miss Jones step out the box and decide to do something, she's a whore. But she could be laying with Mr. Jones, and when he gets up in the morning, after he's done the same thing and committed that thing with her, he will still be Mr. Jones. While she will walk around with a scarlet letter on and be called a whore. And I thought that that was a perfect example of how men can come do the same thing and kind of come out unscathed. And it's not everything, but it's mostly. Let's just go ahead and keep it a buck. They can come out, they still gonna be Mr. Jones the next day. Still will be respected in the community. And her whole life will be destroyed. We as women dating a younger man. Who was that? Was that Tracy Ellen Ross? I didn't even cover it because I was so pissed off. She didn't even say she was dating a teenager. She didn't even say that she was dating somebody that still had teenage acne. She didn't even say that she was dating a man 21 years old. Tracy Ellis Ross came out and said she was dating a younger man. And they ate her up. She didn't say he was 12. She didn't say he was 18. She didn't say any of that. She said I'm dating a younger man because they look good. Now, she got tore up in the streets. But Shannon Sharpe walks away just about unscathed. This is a shakedown where he met a 19-year-old girl that she said she wanted to have his black. I probably should have had this conversation in the membership where I could have really got off. But it's just the double standard. And as I said, he can walk away and he can be Mr. Sharpe, and Michelle will walk away being a whore. Whatever he decided to do, whether he settled or not, he didn't. He deserved everything he get. Exactly, Phoenix Rising 72. You right, Wendy's front yard. Whatever he gets, he deserves it. A lot of people said that this was some type of play that they were doing, BDM or whatever it is. At that time, I thought, nah. But as I've been really listening and paying attention, she had already set up her retirement plan. She knew, in my opinion, these are my opinions. It's not factual, actually, in my opinions. She had already set up her retirement plan. She knew exactly who was going to finance it. This bitch done retired from OnlyFans. Where they do that at? Anyway, I digress, and I'm going to get on about it here. Until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. And let me know what you think downtown in the comment section. I am very curious to hear what y'all got to say about it. And until then, y'all be good, okay? Be safe, and I love you. Bye, y'all.